People ask me all the time, Kodi, how's the market? And my answer is typically the same every single time. Which market are you talking about, right? Neighborhoods, communities. The greater Phoenix area isn't just one real estate market. There's several there. Those communities and those neighborhoods, they're behaving differently. You have Sun City compared to Scottsdale. You have North Cave Creek compared to Laveen. There is so many things going on. So it's super important that we're paying attention to those what I call micro markets. But if I had to sum up in one sentence what I'm seeing now, it's that the market isn't crashing, but it has changed. And I've been saying it over the past few months. Buyers are still buying. They're out there. They're just way more selective. They're picky and they're not feeling pressured to jump in and purchase the home in maybe the first one they see, or even maybe the first week or two they're looking. Um, they're much more guarded. And this means pricing and presentation matter more today than it has in several years. Now, every summer, we expect the market to slow down. You have the spring market that is usually the biggest and the best, but summer slows down because you got people finishing up vacations. It's hot, right? Kids getting ready to go back to school. It's all just very normal. But this year, I'm seeing something else. I don't think buyers are afraid. I just think they're patient. They know they have choices, and that changes everything. The homes that are priced correctly and show well, they're going to sell. But the homes that are chasing the market, and please hear me, sellers, if you are chasing the market, you're going to sit longer. Then you're going to end up with price reductions later, and you're probably going to get further and further away from the number that you really wanted. And that's a very different market than we've been experiencing, right, over the last several years. Something to think about. And now what I think homeowners, not what I think they do, but what I think they do and that gets them in trouble is they see a headline, right? They'll see a headline on the news or anywhere and it says home prices are up. Or they'll see a headline, home prices are down. But neither one of those headlines are going to tell you what's really happening for your home. One neighborhood may have appreciated, another may have softened a bit. One price range, it may be incredibly competitive, while another price point has slowed considerably. And that's why I created the Riddle Group Market Clarity Report. And the difference between our Market Clarity Report and a CMA is interpretation. I mean, anyone can just pull numbers, but we explain what those numbers actually mean for your home in your area. And more importantly, how they should influence your decision making, right? Whether you should put the home on the market today or maybe we wait, or this price range versus that price range. Because knowing what your home is worth is helpful, but understanding why it's worth that, well, that's what you need to know, and that's the decision, how you're going to make your decision before selling. And that's where clarity begins. One thing that really stood out to me this week was a conversation I had with one of my sellers. We had both been watching the market super close, and without either one of us prompting the other, we came to the same conclusion on the very same day. It was time for a price adjustment. And that's what I mean by market clarity. It's not reacting emotionally. There's no emotion there. It's recognizing what the market is telling us and making smart decisions based on today's conditions. It's also watching, and I'm also watching the next 6 to 8 weeks very, very closely. I think buyers are going to continue to be selective through the end of the summer, and that's going to put some pricing pressure, some downward pressure on your pricing in some neighborhoods. But I also think that's temporary. As we move into the fall, especially here in the greater Phoenix area, we typically see activity begin to pick back up, especially prior to that Thanksgiving time and especially in the luxury market. So if you've been wondering whether the market is crashing. I just don't believe that's what we're seeing. I believe we're seeing a market that's returning to something much more balanced, normal, one where strategy actually matters, pricing matters, presentation really matters, and understanding your neighborhood matters more than ever. So if you'd like to know and understand what's happening for your specific area and your specific home, let us know. It's far smarter to get that information than to just understand what's happening in the greater Phoenix area as a whole. And I'd be happy to put together that personalized market clarity report just for you. I am Kodi Riddle with the Riddle Group, and the data tells us what happened, but market clarity tells us what to do next.